Hello.
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 When we turn it back down?
What?
Hold on, Mark. Get in here.
What episode are we doing today?
23.
All right, Smoke and Steel episode 23.
It says he represents the Tanaka clan. You don't look like Tanaka.
Shidoshi Tanaka trained me.
What's the whole up?
He says Senzo Tanaka is his Shidoshi.
What's the difference if Bruce Springsteen is a Shidoshi?
If Senzo Tanaka is his Shidoshi, then show us the dim mak.
What the hell is a Dimac?
Death touch.
Don't everyone talk at once.
Welcome to another episode of the Smoke and Steel podcast, brought to you by StogieReview.com. We're coming at you live from Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania in the Smoke and Steel Lounge. Welcome in, everyone. Tonight we got Marky Mark, myself, Eric, Jimbo, and our fearless leader, Walt. What's new, Walter?
Merry New Year.
You were ready.
Today, this will be posted on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's what's new.
We should have played Old Lang Syne.
Yeah, really. When did we do that?
July.
What's our New Year's November?
It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah,
Told you, we do things differently around here.
that's right.
All right, what's everybody smoking tonight?
I am smoking a My Father's Fonseca Cedro. Love these.
And I am smoking the Laranja Escuro
I
A
got
nice-
the Patina Red Pill.
Brown Cello.
And I've got an aging room concerta.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So, what do we got on the agenda for tonight, pal?
Well, as I mentioned on Facebook, I didn't get around to doing any show notes, so I pawned the responsibilities off on everyone else. So we've got a list of questions to tackle. So
Yes.
This is going to be a Q&A episode.
I do want to point out before we start, check out the new merch. Me and Walter are modeling tonight.
Mine will be in tomorrow.
Very nice. Very nice. If you guys want, we'll put out a link. You can go on our Sticker Mule page and you can buy them. We don't make any money from the hoodies, so just go on and support us, and we can. You can be a part from wherever you're at, and show your. What the hell am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Show your appreciation.
Yes, your support.
Your support.
That's it. Happy New Year. It's gonna be a long year.
So what's our first question of tonight?
Well, I guess we could do our social media fans of the week. I just saw a car pull up, so I'm kind of dragging my feet a little bit.
Okay.
It's
Before we
good.
get started.
All right, I'll look up. You go with yours, and then I'll have mine.
All
right
right, so we got Jose Fortes Ramos, as usual. Has always been
Jose.
always reliable. You can always count on him to give us the thumbs up on Instagram. We also have, there was another name, At It Again, Blown in the Wind, who's also another guy that we've been seeing a lot of activity from on Instagram. So that's really cool. And they are like our rocks. And then we see a lot of other people that miscellaneously like stuff. So that's really cool.
Yes. On Facebook. So our weekly engagement list. These are the guys who have been posting the most this week. We got Rob Gianelli, Eddie Zero, and our buddy that we golf with, Larry Slifer, is in the house. So that's awesome. Our top fans for this week, Rob's here. Our first one's Joseph Dayan. Welcome to the group. My wife, Kayla. Chase Carlin, Eddie Zero. Jim Lufton is always on a 2-month streak. And Joe Macco also on a 2-month streak. Hey, Rob.
So you got your insulated hunting boots and gloves?
I do, man. Taking no chances tonight.
Hey,
It's actually not bad in here tonight.
put this on your Bible case.
My what?
That on your Bible case.
Oh, neat. Thank you.
See? Huh?
Very nice.
Very
What about my
nice.
hard case? It won't
See this?
fit in it.
Yeah,
I
right.
saw that online.
Huh?
Mhm.
Very nice. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Sorry I'm a little late.
It's all good.
I had to get my hunting boots on.
His muck boots.
Yeah, I wasn't taking any chances.
Next week we'll have his heated socks.
I almost brought my little portable heater. I have it out. I'll bring it next
Such a
time.
wuss.
I won't be here next week because I'll be away. But
And it's only November.
That's right.
We did have sleet today.
I was up in Western PA. They had 8 inches of snow.
And they had some snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom, bump.
Yep. It was snowing like a
Google.
all that lake effect.
Yes. Did you get a deer? Keeping
It's
this
all nice,
freshly
Buck.
shaved.
For now. Whoa. Hey.
I made ribs.
Yeah. Put your meat in my mouth.
That's a
That's
coincidence.
coming out tonight at some point. Yeah, started there.
Yeah.
Even better.
There's always one that's got to be late and ruin it, right?
Yeah.
He literally walked in 2
you-
seconds
I was
ago.
watching him.
Did you see when my shoelaces got stuck in the door and
We were trying not to laugh.
I almost bit it?
That's what we were hoping for.
Oh, it would have been
Face
bad.
plant.
All right.
We would have been calling you Rob Fetterman.
We're going to take a pause. I'm not eating on camera because Walt's going to do all kinds of crazy shit with it. I'm just gonna be like,
You can eat after we're done podcasting.
Yes, that's what we will. So,
They'll be cold by then.
that's all right.
He don't
Nice
care.
sticker.
He likes meat hot or cold.
Tell them to stop it. All right. So tonight, what we did was we asked on Facebook for our top fans and followers to give us some topics to talk about. So there's some topics that we're going to talk about. Oh, first, we do exciting. We want to play our next installment of.
I wouldn't waste that.
Hey, we can't talk during this subject. We're going to play our next installment of Eddie on the Streets. Our boy Eddie was out and about, and we're going to play the next video that we have. That way you guys can see where he's been and what's been going on. So, okay, Walter, cue that up.
Wheat.
What's up, guys? I am in Monterey, California today. I'm heading into a place called Hellam's Tobacco Shop. So, we'll see what it's like. So this is the place. I'm gonna go inside and check it out. So this is the cigar and wine shop. Again, it's the oldest in California, 1893. This is the fourth store they've been in. I guess they moved around a little bit, but kept the name. Pretty cool. While I'm here, I'm smoking the My Father Le Bijou 1922, I believe it is, with a Robusto, and was about 15 bucks, which isn't too bad for California.
Very cool. So if any of our listeners out in the San Francisco, Monterey area, if you ever get in, check out, what was it? Hella's Wine and Cigar. And thanks to Eddie again for putting that together for us. We look forward to our next segment of Eddie on the Streets.
Hellam's Tobacco and Wine.
Monterey, California. Very cool. He's actually right now at a place filming for our next episode. So look forward to that coming out soon.
Also, on a side note, I turned the low cut off, or I adjusted the low cut on the microphone to get rid of the hum of the fan. So speak up a little bit if you're not going to catch the whispers.
Yeah, okay.
Just a heads up.
And now you have 2 boxes.
Yep.
Double. Nice.
See how well it
Wow. Look at that. It's better than some shops I know.
We're going big time, as Jim would say. We're going big time.
Filters. It's got heat.
Telling you.
Yeah. It's warmer than some cigar shops we know.
This garage changes every single time I walk into it. All right, let's hit our questions of the night from Facebook.
All right. First question comes from my wife, and she wants to know, how do you know what to drink with your cigar? Do you just pour a bourbon and hope it works, or is there some magic to the method to the madness?
So I'll let you guys handle the first part, because obviously I'll handle the second part of her question.
It's whatever you like.
Yeah.
I don't know that any bourbon. I don't mix specific bourbons with specific cigars. I just drink what I like and whatever I'm in the mood to smoke.
It's pretty much trial and error.
This weekend I had one of them E.H. Taylor.
Oh, yeah, the cigar.
E.H. Taylor cigars, and I paired it with a bottle of E.H. Taylor. Just because.
A whole bottle?
Well, it was over 2 days. And it wasn't just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to clarify that. But it went very well together. But I just think it's whatever you like drinking.
Yeah, I agree. I don't sit down and like think about the cigar and the drink and bringing it together. It's usually I light up a cigar and I feel like having a drink. And then I walk over there and I grab whatever I think will work. And mostly the time, it usually works. And I mean, unless it's something odd, like ultra high proof bourbon or something overly sweet, then I might give it some more thought depending on what the cigar is. But usually it just works.
Yeah, I find out any bourbon, whiskey, Irish whiskey seems to go with almost any cigar I smoke. So
Now, Jim, let me ask you. One time you sat down and you had the Boondocks whiskey, and then you paired it with the Boondocks cigar. Does that in your head taste better because they're the same, or is it really, it's just...
no, the
Okay.
whiskey's the whiskey, the cigar's the cigar.
And it would have been the same with any other whiskey.
Yeah.
I agree. I've had no luck with that when you have
Paired them together.
Yeah, even this one this weekend. I mean, anything with Colonel Taylor is great. I love that bourbon. But
I find that it is a hell of a lot easier to pair a cigar with something if you've been drinking for a few hours before you smoke.
Yeah.
Little pre-gaming.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, Hepfield, who's from Metallica that has the blackened, he says those cigars are supposed to be paired with his whiskey, which I get it. It's a marketing thing.
he wants you to buy his bourbon.
And he not only wants to buy the bourbon, then he wants you to buy a smoke with it. He gets double dipped there.
I mean, listen, it is worth doing that to give it a try.
So I'd say the one thing I don't care for is, well, I don't like them in general, is peaty scotches. So I tend to stay away from that with cigars. I also, I guess for the most part, I'm just like a bourbon guy. I like bourbon, whiskey, American whiskey, scotch, some Highland scotches, Irish whiskey. Like, I don't know that I've ever reached for tequila to sip on while I'm having a cigar, or
some do,
or gin. None of that stuff. I'm usually sticking to whiskey of some sort.
Brown liquor.
Yeah.
Jim schooled me last night on scotches.
So I was sitting around before I left on my trip, and I was going through Instagram, and up popped the Arnold Schwarzenegger clip, one of them where he's taking a piece of cedar, he dips it in this case, I think it was tequila. he
Yeah,
put it in,
tequila.
and he rubbed it on, and I tried it up there with the Colonel Taylor. I rubbed it and dipped it. It was good.
On the cigar?
On the cigar.
What kind of cigar was it?
The Colonel Taylor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Sumatra. Or no, not Sumatra. The
I have one in my box.
Corojo.
the other one. There's Corojo, San Andreas.
That's it.
The San Andreas wrapper.
I'm biting my tongue not to make a smarty-ass comment.
It's all right.
Oh, it's not about
I know
you.
what you were going to say.
Dude,
but
I was
what was I gonna
serving it
say?
up.
no, it's all right. I'm
About
not
a
going
certain
there.
president dipping his cigar.
Monica.
So you finished it.
Back to the list.
So a spin-off question to that is, Eric, since you don't drink, are there any good non-alcoholic beer or spirit pairings that work well with cigars?
So I'll tell you what. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, what's the point?" and all that, and like I get that. But yeah, I get that it's weird. But like for someone who enjoyed alcohol way more than I should, it's just nice to have something. These athletics I love. I was a huge IPA guy, and there's no alcohol in it, and it tastes like a really good IPA. So it's funny though. A case would last me, 4 hours to maybe one night back in the day. I was like, I'll buy a case of these and it'll last me a month. My wife goes, "It's so weird that you still have beer in there and it's been 3 weeks." I'm like, yeah, times have changed. But
Do you think it would have made a difference if it had the high test in it?
I don't know, maybe it could have been.
Yeah. Because like to you, it was probably fun having that. Yeah.
Because it's funny you said that. So I was always a Yingling drinker. That's my favorite beer of all time. And like I send them letters like, please come out with a non-alcoholic Yingling. I've got no response. We need to tag them tonight. I want a non-alcoholic Yingling lager. But you're right. I got into IPAs because it was higher test. I didn't want to sit there and drink 20 Yinglings. So it was like, okay, now I can get a beer that's 20% and still drink 10 of them. And so, yeah, but then you develop a taste for it. So it's definitely where it started to spiral a little out of control, but we don't need to go into that and bring us all down. But yes, there's so many good ones. Heineken Zeros are great. Corona has an amazing non-alcoholic beer. I'm not a Guinness guy, but they say the Guinness Zero tastes just like regular. So it's just cool to have. I get it. There's a lot of people out there that are like, well, that's pretty stupid. And I'm like, okay.
But if you enjoy the taste,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And it's not like I'm chugging them. It's
Right.
I just enjoy the taste of a beer.
Right.
No, like if I go on a motorcycle ride up to the CI in Hamburg, I'll get a non-alcoholic something or other while I'm up there, just so I can have a beer and not have to deal with the alcohol and riding. I haven't had the Guinness. I hear really good things about it. I have had the Corona, and if anything, the only difference I notice between the non-alcoholic and the standard Corona is the non-alcoholic seems less carbonated, and that's really the only difference that I notice. I think it's really good.
It is. It is one of the biggest growing categories in the industry. Like I've talked to the local beer distributor guys. They're like, we used to have one shelf of O'Doul's and maybe something else. They have whole sections dedicated to non-alcoholic now. Yep. Every restaurant you go into now has more than...
it's crazy now that Costco is selling.
Rob hit me up.
They have stacks of it.
Yeah, he saved me $15 on a case because Costco now has it. And I was like, that's amazing.
Do they have just the Athletic, or do they have other stuff too?
Heineken Zeros.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, They have Heineken Double and that.
Yep. The one thing I do got to tell everyone, which happens, with it being so prevalent, make sure you check your drinks before you drink them. It happens all the time. Bartender gives you the wrong one. It's happened to me and Rob, just me and him, twice. It's happened to me about 4 or 5 times. You order it, they give you the wrong one. Just make sure, especially if you're a guy like me who's on the wagon, check it before you drink it, because it happens.
Doubles.
They grab the wrong one, or they don't hear the zero part when you say it, and there you go. You got a full octane beer in front of you. You don't want someone to fall off the wagon.
So here's a question of ignorance. Let's say that happens and you get a mouthful of beer. Now what?
It's happened to me. Some people, I don't know, but for me, it was like, whatever.
But I mean, mentally, does it like reset your clock? Like how does
so it's funny you said that. I was about 2 years in, and I was at a tailgate for a country western music festival. And one of the freaking losers that I was hanging out with put a bottle. His wife didn't want him to bring the silver tequila with. So what does he do? He hides it in a water bottle. He poured it in the water bottle and put it with all the others, regular waters in the cooler. So it was like 105 degrees. I go in for a water. It was loud there, so I didn't hear it not crack. And I just went, and I went, and I just shot it out. So it went down. And that's exactly the first question. I was so new into sobriety. I was like, is that it? I called my sponsor, and he goes, no, you didn't mean to do that. He goes, you're not resetting your clock or anything like that. He said, just be careful. But he said, if it's not intentional, it doesn't count.
And you spit instead of swallowing, so it's good.
There he is. No, it's happened. Grabbed the wrong drink at the bar. I have like a ginger ale. My wife loves like a tonic drink, and I grabbed the wrong one. It happens. But if there are people who struggle that bad, that's probably not the best situation to be in. You know, it took me a long time to be able to go out to stuff like that because I couldn't handle it. Like going to the bar or going to a concert. Only go to those things when you're ready because it sucks. It does.
So does anybody who does drink ever drink light beers?
I do. Yeah.
So this weekend,
I mean, I'm not a heavy drinker per se.
yeah, I'm not anymore. But because of my situation with my sugar, my fraternity brother turned me on to a beer out of St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. It's called Straub Brewery. They used to be really big when I was in college, but they make a light beer. It's only like 87, but it has a fresh date on it because it goes bad. There's no preservatives, I don't think, but it's very low in sugar and stuff. I was shocked how good it was.
My little brother likes Straub Light a lot. He used to get cases of that.
You can get around here?
Yeah,
I didn't know if you could.
We
or
haven't
not.
bought in years, but he used to get it.
So I brought a 6-pack back with me for when I want to have one. So you might want to look for that. It's really good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the non-alcoholic scene or the beer scene is kind of exploded. Have you had any non-alcoholic spirits that were any good?
Zero. They are really bad. I've had the gin. What's the machete's name? Trejo.
Yeah,
He makes a
bourbon.
It's just
terrible.
It's cool though because I know for a lot of other people that were cocktail guys, that sucks for them. I was never a cocktail guy. I was a beer and Jägermeister Fireball guy. So like for me, I don't miss out much. But the ones I've had are really, really bad. They try and put stuff in it to make it burn like alcohol, but it's just the beers taste exactly like it should have, you know?
Well, that one we had that night up the club, that
whiskey.
I think Gary brought it in.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was terrible. I mean, it was like paint thinner.
It was
bad.
I think I'd rather drink paint thinner.
Yeah. It was really bad.
Yeah, they definitely need to step that game up. But I think with those is they want you to mix it with like cranberry juice or like tonic, and
Bourbon.
It's not made to just drink straight up.
I guess that's where I kind of missed the mark on it because that's how I drink it neat. So I'm looking for something comparable.
There's nothing.
Just out of curiosity, and in the very limited experience I've had with it, I have not found anything that was even remotely good.
I'm sure there's some out there. So if you guys do, the non-alcoholic whiskey and you find anything that's good, I've never searched for it. So it's not something, there could be, there could be a guy out there doing it that's good, but that's not something I search for. I search for the IPAs and
maybe somebody who's listening has a.
That's what I'm saying. If you do comment like what you found is good,
but no offense, I'm going for the real.
I don't blame you.
And I actually found, although I got in a little bit of an argument with the nutritionist, the bourbon lowered my blood sugar. I have the thing, so I keep track. So I wasn't drinking tons of it, but I had like 3 glasses of bourbon and my blood sugar went down by like 20 points. And she started arguing with me that it's something with the liver is working OT, or I don't know. I didn't want to hear it.
Bourbon has
that liver
no
is
carbs.
evil.
There's no sugar,
sugar
but
in
it's something your liver is processing the alcohol, so it does something weird.
They'll never tell you something fun is good. They'll always be like, "That's bad. Don't do it."
Yeah.
You're like, well, it looks like it's doing good. It's just a anomaly. It's not real. No.
It was real.
All right.
Although,
Moving
well,
on.
Have you noticed
I
that?
do get from that your wife thinks that we are all probably drunks except for him. She'd be right, but that's besides the point.
And I'm still drunk. Just 8 years retired.
This is actually really funny, this question.
So the next question comes from Eric's wife. I think it's only fitting that he reads it.
Yes. Our wives were pretty vocal on there. What's the best way to get cigars smell out of clothes, hats? That's me. Shoes other than dousing Febreze and regular Tide.
I want to just tell that it's probably not the cigars she's smelling on you. It's probably just a nasty.
Oh.
I was just wondering, where's he going with this?
I was like, I thought you were going to say it was the beer. It was
well, you have like a natural odor that kind of permeates on you.
Damn, he said you stink.
No, I do have to get undressed in the garage and I let that stuff out there for a few days before I bring it in to wash it. And hey, she lets me come hang out with you guys a couple times a week. If that's what she likes or doesn't want to smell, I'm okay with it. Leave my shoes
Times
outside.
a week. What are you talking about? You only come in once.
Well, I mean, Thursdays or.
I've had it where I've gone to places and I've taken my wallet and I'll put my wallet on like the kitchen table, and she's like, "Oh my God, like I could smell the phone." Yeah, the phone's another one.
Yep.
See, I don't get that from my wife. So maybe because she vapes, she grew up in a house of, her dad used to smoke packs of cigarettes. So maybe this doesn't bother her. But I also don't go to places like we used to. We all know there's certain places that you just go in, you come out, and you reek.
Bad.
But I mean, we're in here. It's actually pretty good in here. The other club is pretty decent, and then outside on my deck, and I get a good ventilation there. So,
well, with the twin tornadoes, it's kind of
it's working great tonight.
It is. It's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. Last Tuesday, it was like, "What? Are you over there?"
Yeah, you're telling me, oh, it's not that bad.
It was so bad. We got done the podcast. We took our headphones off, and we're all like, "No, no." So no, let's get back to the question. Does anyone have anything they do? Because I just Febreze it and I
Downy scent beads.
Okay.
The Downy scent beads, like the vanilla, or there's one other kind. Don't use the lavender.
And they go in the washing machine
like
or in the dryer? Or?
Yeah, you put them in the washer. You put a cap full, and you wash them with your clothes, and that pretty much takes it out. And then for boots and stuff, Febreze or that stuff that I bleach my carpet with. Odoban. Yeah, Odoban.
Rug cleaner.
Shoes actually hold it more than you would think, and the laces and the hats I spray once and leave them out, they're good to go. The hats aren't too bad, but like my hoodies and stuff. But other than that stuff, I don't really. Have you heard of anything else?
Other than buying a ozone thing,
an atomizer or whatever that is.
Yeah.
So there is a product that I picked up at the old location, a lamp burger. So they're little vials, and you put a liquid into it. And
it's alcohol.
Well, it's an alcohol system that has scents to it, but it neutralizes odors in the air. It's great. They actually, some you can put in your car, but I've done them in the house. So if you put stuff, I would think, in a room and lit that, that may help absorb or kill some of the odor. I mean, for me, body armor is one of the worst smells you'll ever get, especially in the summer. And there are products made to help kill that type of stuff, and I'm sure it probably work the same way.
Drawback is you get cancer, but I mean, smells good.
She's like, that sounds good.
Or they lamb burger or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get that stuff on Amazon. And there's all different scents. There's neutral scents, but if you've got odors in a room or an area, just you set it up, you light the thing, let it go for like 20 minutes, and just put the cap on and put it out, and it really does work to neutralize odors.
We don't smell it, I mean, obviously, if it's real bad, we do, but I don't smell it anymore.
I do the next day. There were times when like I'd be sitting in the cigar lounge and then I'd be working on my laptop, and then the next day I'll open it up. It's like, wow, like you can smell the smoke coming off the laptop.
Or just the car. When you get from the lounge to your car, the smell will hold in the seats, like in the leather or in the cloth. So
jackets seem to hold it really bad too. I leave my jacket in the garage and I don't even bother taking it out.
Jackets you don't wash as often.
Yeah.
So the things that don't go in the laundry as often are going to just have layers of it built up.
My Carhartt's pretty repellent, though. I'll take that out in the garage and smoke by myself or on the front porch. That doesn't suck up a lot of. You got to think it's a harder material too. Whatever that Carhartt material is. But it is what it is. It's kind of a. It happens with this hobby.
Nature of the beast.
That's right.
I don't know if they still make it anymore, but many years ago, I knew a guy that was opening up an online store to sell miscellaneous cigar stuff, and one of the products that he carried was called Pure Air. It's kind of like Febreze, only I guess it was more natural. It had like a heavy vinegar smell to it, and it worked like astonishingly well. But I just couldn't get. Well, it dissipated. But
okay.
I hate the smell of vinegar. So that initial wave, it's vile.
Yeah. Hey, I know how to get rid of this. Just rub dog shit on you. I'd be like, this is great. I don't smell the smoke anymore. Oh, who smells like shit? I don't smell like smoke.
The thing I don't like about Febreze is it has like a lingering perfume smell that just, I don't like it.
See, I'm a cologne freak, so I love Febreze. My wife gets pissed. I just go in the house. and I don't think anything of it. And she comes home and she's like, "Bleh." She's like, you're not allowed to spray the house anymore.
I mean, my
Depends
wife.
on which one.
Well, that's also because you spray yourself.
My wife buys those stinky hand soaps, and I can't stand the smell of that stuff
I
either.
love all that stuff.
I like the cherry.
Sandalwood.
Sandalwood.
All right. Let's move on to,
Good question, Kayla.
she's the best.
So, I want to set this next question up, which comes from my wife. So, I'm working in the basement today, was working from home, and I hear my dog bark. Not a big deal. So, I walk upstairs to figure out what the dog's barking at, and I hear my wife shouts across the house. Here's another question for your Stogie review. How often does the UPS, FedEx, and the rest of those guys deliver cigars to their houses? It was the
Weekly.
UPS guy.
Sometimes bi-weekly. Sometimes every day. All depends on what I'm buying.
For me, I work from home and she works in an office, so it's not a problem for me because I can get out there way before she gets home, so I don't have an issue. It works in my favor because I go, why are you ordering stuff? She goes, I can never just see what you get. And I was like, see how that works?
I actually don't get a lot of deliveries because I order boxes at a time, so
Right.
they tend to come fewer. I get 1 or 2 deliveries here and there for that.
Good question.
It was just terrible timing.
Yeah, when you open yourself up and she's going to ask the
Cigars
questions that
again.
hurt.
Cigars again?
Who the heck's is Walt White?
That's me.
What a loser.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, have any of you guys taken your wives to cigar events or shops or anything, or gatherings or anything like that?
Never.
Nope.
I know you have.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. And if your wife is listening, never, ever has my wife attended any events. It's sacrilege.
Never. My wife can't stand.
Oh, she would not.
Yeah.
Same. Smoke.
My brother ran a fundraiser at the cigar lounge for his trip for his church, and she was going to come, and then she was just like, no, I can't.
Well, they don't like it. Gets in their hair, the
Oh,
smell.
she
And,
is.
yeah.
She would have been miserable if she showed up.
My wife doesn't care. I mean, if it's heavy smoke smell, she doesn't like that. She'll try to avoid. She actually goes because she likes all the guys.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she likes all you guys.
she went
Absolutely.
to Sergeant Major's.
It was outside.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but she won't go to a lounge or an event.
My wife used to go to the Halloween parties at the lounge.
Same. I lied.
Hang out
Kayla did
outside.
go to the Halloween party with the kids the one time.
No, if one of the guys are having an outside event, she might go. But to go to a lounge, never, ever, never.
It's funny that we talk about this, but this podcast has really been a blessing because my wife, we could tell her we're doing this and they just don't see it. So they don't think that's what we're doing or they don't know. They can get a view into what we really do. I'm like, this is what we do every time. Sometimes the mics are on and sometimes they're off. But them being able to see what we do every week has been actually really cool for
They
us.
only see when the camera's on. They don't see what
He
goes
said, you
on
guys are a
behind
little
the
racy with the cameras on. I can't imagine. I was like, you don't want to imagine.
Racy.
Yeah, that's good though.
wait till we whip out the stripper 2x4.
All right.
He's just kidding.
Yeah, really. Next up.
Joe Macco, my boy.
So this is actually the second question you sent, but I want to do his first question next. So he says, it's almost time for the Cigar Aficionado to release their top 25 cigars. How often do you look at these lists and think, I disagree with cigar number X? And here's why.
I disagree with all 25 because
I was going to say
it's not
the
how
same
good
thing.
the cigar is, it's how many ads you bought.
I was
Cigar
going to say,
Aficionado.
and Jim, tell us why you hate these lists.
It's money. It's not had anything to do with the cigars.
Touche.
How many ads did you buy and how many full-page ads, half-page ads? How many covers did you purchase? That's what it comes down to with Cigar Aficionado.
So we got to think to the ones that have won. A lot of them are really good smokes, but it's like the best cigar of the year. Like people had a fit when the Andalusian Bull won in 2016 or whatever. I love Andalusian Bulls, but a lot of people don't. For me, don't get me wrong, I love EP Carrillo. It's a great smoke. But for the pledge to win cigar of the year, For me, that was a stretch.
That was a travesty.
That was I don't even mind the cigar, but the best cigar of the year, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
They want to save face. I think if the blue wins this year, that's honestly, I think, the one that got the most hype, and I'd have respect for that. If the blue doesn't win, I'd be like...
But it's always 7, 8 out of the top 10 are Cubans.
Well,
every time.
Right.
So...
we'll judge on just the regionals this year. But yes, I agree. I think that that list is very skewed towards...
Well, one thing is for certain, whether you believe in the list or not, it has an incredible effect on sales for that brand.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it will lift a brand that no one has ever heard of and like put them in orbit. Like we've seen it over the years where, this guy, he's made a handful of cigars and he comes out with this really stellar one and just he blows up. Everyone wants his stuff. And then you got to kind of wonder, like, all right, now everyone wants his stuff. Now you start to see the quality peter off because he's trying to keep up with this incredible demand.
But then you could also say those companies have enough money to put out a full page ad or a centerfold because their cigar's doing well.
Well, no, some of these brands are just little brands that you hardly ever see any advertising from.
EP's not a juggernaut, That's not like... I'd count LFD as one of the bigger ones. What else won Cigar of the Year? Can you guys remember any?
Ashton's won. Fuente.
Oliva.
Yeah, Oliva. But a bunch of them.
But like the one cigar that comes in mind, I don't know if he won Cigar of the Year. I know he was higher up on the list, was Abe Flores. He had, these like mid-tier cigars that were like not super expensive. And then he did really well on the list. And then we started seeing like $14, $15 cigars. And that was 10 years ago.
Well, that's another thing. They score high, and then it goes from being a $10 cigar to a $15 cigar.
Because the demand is so high. So they're like, hey, let's get it while we can get it. I'm sure the Pledge sold like hotcakes after that came out on the list.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Anything that comes out on the top 10 of that list, people are going to buy because I got to try the top 10.
And as you should.
If it's a cigar you can get, not a Cuban that you can't get your hands on.
As you should, I think. Anything that comes out Cigar of the Year, if I haven't had it, I'm going to go try it.
Yeah.
That way I can say if it was BS or not. But that being said, there's been a few that won that were like, meh. There's never been one that I was like, that doesn't deserve to be up there. Maybe not as high as it was, but I can't remember a cigar that I was like, that's the worst thing I've ever had. All the cigars that won, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a good cigar, but not like the best.
Well, they all have to be a decent cigar.
Right.
But.
Right. I'd be interested to see what Joe thinks is his, because he prompted the question. So, Joe, make sure you comment which one you disagreed with.
Yeah, and, you'd mentioned the blue. I thought that was a really good cigar. In the bigger size. Robusto was good, but I thought the Toro was a lot better. But, that's the only cigar that came out that I've had this year that's been, like, really memorable. Like, I've had some other stuff that's been pretty good, but nothing, like, skyrockets to my mind like that blue. And I don't know whether it's just because it's popular and everyone's talking about it, but it seems to be doing really well.
Yeah. And not everyone can have the Gris. We were pretty happy with that one, but that's a super tiny little us in Louisiana, The Gris.
See, I still struggle with the reviews in general, and I don't go by them. I mean, if they make it up to that, I'll say, oh, yeah, maybe if I haven't had it, it's worth having a try. But when you read the reviews and you read what these clowns are coming up with the notes that they're tasting, and, I got to just say, I got to call bullshit. I mean, my taste buds aren't blown out yet. I mean, they're not the best, but I'm not tasting Fruity Pebbles and sandwich milk or whatever,
What kind of sandwiches are you eating?
Yeah,
milk steak.
They make up shit like it's like, dried cereal milk.
Generic leather.
Yeah.
I don't.
Notes of leather and Cheerios.
So we've talked about that. We're not a pretentious group here. If that's your thing, it's cool. You're not going to get that from us.
Yeah, but smoking cigars is a subjective thing. I might love something, you might think it's a dog rocket.
Yep.
That's true.
And vice versa. You might go, dude, this is my number one cigar I've ever smoked. And I'm like,
We've had that.
We've argued about many cigars.
dude, this might be in my top 50. I wouldn't call it my number one.
Right.
But it's a subjective thing. You know, you can't go because this guy gives it a great review. You might smoke it and go, it's okay.
We're not going to name names because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but you just smoked one over the golf trip and you've been smoking for 50 years and you said it was one of the worst cigars you've ever had. They're selling they are selling a shit ton of them. I went online to look. It is flying.
No way.
People are raving about it.
Oh,
So yeah, we won't name the names, but like that, it's just how it is.
I have 2 of them. Does anybody want to try?
I have 2 yet, so
I don't even know what they are.
we don't even.
I am very interested.
No, because they like us.
It's the CAO stock. Let's stop being afraid.
Stoke, the
Stock, Stoke, whatever it's called.
I love you, CAO, but that one was not so
Whoa.
good. That's
We're
blowing
ruined.
the top off, boys.
But no, I
one's
remember
safe
when
in the
that
pot.
when the advertisement came out, it was really intriguing, and I was kind of curious to try it. I'm not really into pipe tobacco, but from what I hear, that market is blowing up, and we're seeing a lot of it.
Once again, subjective. It's your own taste
That's
bud.
what it is. Completely. It's a very unique stick, and I guess some people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean when I remember when those first started hitting the market, and I tried a couple of them, like the Kentucky Fire Cured. I did not like it, at all. And from what I hear, this is supposed to be like way more over the top with that.
I would smoke
Smoky.
a fire cure over this thing any day of the week, and I don't like fire cures.
If I smoke a Fire Cured, I smoke a Toscanos. It's funny because a marketing ploy got me. They had
I expected him to say, "I'd go out in the backyard and pick up a dog turd and smoke it."
This is a sign that marketing ploys do work. The one lounge we go to had a Toscano's golf bag, an OGO golf bag, really nice, and I wanted it, so I just kept buying Toscanos. After a while, I started smoking them, and then you get a taste for it. You know, I didn't like them at first, but I bought them for the golf bag, and then eventually I was like, "These aren't as bad as I thought."
You just want it to be Clint Eastwood. That's all.
So now tell us about that golf bag.
It's
How many times have you used it?
None.
Did you actually
And
get
why don't you use it?
That circles back to another question, so it's relevant.
It's I couldn't get the stink smell off of it because it sat in a lounge for
Forever.
however. Yeah, I put it outside. I odorized it. I deodorized it. And it just
permeated.
I remember when I moved, I had an office that I smoked in my basement. I had an unfinished basement. I finished one small area, and when I moved, I picked up my leather chair, and it smelled god awful like cigars. I mean, I scrubbed the shit out of this thing, and I wound up letting it sit out in the sun for a couple of days just to get rid of the smell. So it sticks, man. It gets into certain things.
most stuff you just got to get rid of.
yes.
Stuff like that, if you're changing that, you just got to.
It's going into the foam.
Because it's probably not just the smoke. I'm sure there's a lot of other shit that's in the air that
So
gets into it.
same. Harbor Freight had these cases, and me and Mark wanted to go get them. And then we had a buddy who said they were real cheap. They looked great. They were big, but they used that cheap foam from China. You used it 2 or 3 times, and the foam
deteriorated.
stank so bad. And right, it's like, oh, now we know why this giant case is $20.
Oh, that makes more sense because you were talking about your case doesn't
No.
stink, and I'm thinking like, why was the plastic stink? Just wipe it off.
No.
So it's the foam inside that starts to pick up
Correct.
smells.
Yep, and this one's completely waterproof, so there's no foam in it. It's like a rubberized material. I'll buy these every time.
What did I do? I did the write up for one of the podcasts where we talked about that, and I found them on Amazon. They're not expensive.
They're not at all. Because everyone looks at me and goes, "Oh, I bet that was expensive," and I'm like, "Dude, no, it's actually pretty cheap." They haven't realized the market yet. They really don't even. They say, "Oh, you could put your cigars in here," but they haven't really.
They're mostly going for people that go on boats and take their camera equipment.
That's
and that kind
all
of
that
stuff.
they go for: high-end camera equipment, phones, stuff for whitewater rafting. I want to scream at them and be like, "I'm worried the price will go up."
What you should do now that I think of it, and then I give everyone else the idea. The next time Eddie's over, see if one of his cedar trays fits in there. Because if it does, I'll order the cedar trays from Fogbox, and I'll order that from Amazon.
Okay. We'll do that because I want to get trays too.
Because I really like those wooden trays. They're so much better than the foam sleeves.
Yeah, and this thing is just...
What brand is that?
It is Seahorse.
Whee.
Yeah, see, it's like that hard rubberized stuff so that it doesn't smell, and completely dust-proof, waterproof, shock-proof.
Bulletproof?
Is it burn-proof?
Am I ready?
Is your phone burn-proof?
Oh, man.
That's why his phone stinks.
Hey, Mark, did you notice something Sunday night when it was just me and you smoking at the club?
You mean the clean table when we left?
Yes.
Yeah, but you guys didn't say anything, so shut the hell up. I can't bring the fun and the atmosphere and be clean. I gotta...
All right, that brings us into Joe's second question. And that is, I'd like to hear the differing opinions on cigars that have changed. Camacho recently was mentioned, and that is one I agree with, although I still enjoy the Corojo. But what other personal favorites have slid down the list due to change in blend?
We've talked about this one a couple times. We'll take a little bit of time, but my all-time favorite was the Bishop blend. When they changed it, it was not what it used to, and then they're like, "Oh, we better go back." So they seen the error of their ways, and they did go back, which was nice. But Camacho's the one that stands out to everybody.
Well, it's because they changed not just one cigar; they changed the whole line.
They make more money now than they did, but
yeah.
It's one of those.
I mean, a couple, like Joe says, there's still a couple Camachos I enjoy. But back in the day, I liked the whole line. I used to smoke the whole line. But now, there's one or two that I'll smoke and still enjoy, but I don't seek them out if I happen to come across one. If there's a deal,
it's not like they're terrible.
No,
they're just like they're just not
what they were.
They're way above what I think of like Rocky Patel or Gurkha. We love our CAOs. That's up there. Camacho's up there as like a good medium yard smoke.
Well, not even a yard smoke. You're
right.
Just sitting down, at night, fire up one. It's, I enjoy it, but they are not what they were. And you just have to accept that. Either you accept that or you don't.
Yep.
But that's what it is.
But if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one of those OG ones, they are just something else.
Well, the ones I said before in one of the other podcasts was the coffee break. That went away, and I smoked tons of those. I used to get them by the box. I used to get Tim to order me 2 boxes at a time. And they just went away. Well, then they got reintroduced and came back out, and I was like, holy shit.
Buy them all.
Chris was getting them in, and I said, how many? He said, I'm getting a box. He said, we'll get 2. I said, I'll take a box right away. He went, okay. And that was a mistake. Nowhere near what the original was. Not even taste-wise, anything-wise. It was nothing comparable.
And if there was anyone that could have told you, he would have been the guy.
That's why we said it the other night. Before we buy boxes nowadays, we have to try it out.
Well, I learned my lesson years ago, but this one I figured, okay, they're bringing it back out.
You loved it.
It's the same company.
Yeah.
They really can't screw it up that bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Any more a new cigar comes out, I'm not buying a box. I'm buying 2. And if I like it, then I'll buy a box.
You probably still have some coffee breaks at the house.
No, I pawned them off on other people.
Can you guys think of any other?
The Ghost.
Yeah, and that's why I said we've talked about this quite a bit. So yeah,
Ghost. Yeah.
Ghost. That came out. That was a great
fantastic.
cigar. It was a great price. And then all of a sudden, they changed. They definitely changed the blend. They whatever they did, because it went down.
Or they ran out of the tobacco and
that happens.
They kept putting out the same product, calling it the same, and it wasn't.
Broadleaf goes quick. That's what happened with the Bishop blends. They ran out of that certain area broadleaf, so they went to Pennsylvania broadleaf. It was good, but it wasn't like the other ones.
Yeah.
It's crazy that a plant
Oh, another one
could be
was
completely different.
I talked about before was Epic Cigar, the Maduro. They still called it a Maduro, but every time it came back out again after a while, it had a different color label. It would go from blue to yellow to green to black.
Which I respect that at least because they
Right.
let you know we did change it.
And if you know, you're just not going, oh, it's a Maduro. It's got to be the same cigar. It's not.
Right.
They just called it the Epic Maduro, but it would have a different label on it.
So I don't know if the brand changed or just my preferences changed, but Oliva is a brand that I used to smoke a ton of, and I just don't enjoy them like I used to. I mean, the V's I still like, especially the Lanceros, but I don't smoke the entirety of the product offering like I used to. Like I would smoke the G's, the O's, like didn't matter. Like they were all good. I enjoyed all of them. Master blends. These days, I only really care for the V's. And sometimes, like, the mood's got to be right for a Milano. They're good, but
Let me ask you this. For them specifically, this is their cigar page's bread and butter. Do you think that you used to pay high-end prices for Oliva? It was a boutique, higher-end brand. Do you think the discounted rate you can get those online has affected your viewpoint on them?
It's possible. They were one of those brands that were kind of price protected. I mean, like you didn't really see them online much, but now they're all over the place
for cheap.
I mean, I still think they're a good cigar for the money. I don't like they don't excite me like they used to.
I think it's your taste. It's changed.
Good.
Because it does. When you after a while, it definitely varies.
Well, and they changed cigars. So many, many years ago, I used to smoke the O, and that was when they had it was like a material band, and you had the red, and then they came out with a blue, which was a Maduro, and you were just a baby back then.
Wow, you're going way back.
I am going way back, so you know how far.
Yeah, and they came in that was it like a toilet bowl box? It was round and wood.
I don't remember the box, but I used to go to this place at the time, Black Horse Cigars. It was right when I was getting into law enforcement that the O came out in blue, and they were amazing. They were hard to get. They were very limited, and I would get them from the shop, like I said, I used to go to many years ago. And then within a year or two of that, they started changing, and the bands went from that original material that they had to paper, and I felt like the cigars dropped off. And then they just started really expanding their product line, and because you could buy, they had a bundle that they were producing, and they still produce them today, but even they went downhill in quality.
I think maybe you started seeing a transition when they started pushing studio tobacco and the nub and the canes. I think that's maybe when the brand started to transition a bit, because the studio tobacco stuff was like their exciting line. Like they almost partitioned themselves, where if you were smoking a G or an O or a V, you expected the guy to walk into the lounge in a suit. And if studio tobacco was coming to town, snakeskin hat, boots, it was a good time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know for me if it's just a psychological thing, but the V in the tubo is 100% better than the regular V in cellophane.
I think it's that cedar sleeve that's in the tube.
It could be.
It's like the Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tubes always get me for some reason. It could be a dog rocket.
I mean, I still enjoy the regular V, but the tubo, I mean, I love that cigar.
Anything comes in a tube, I'll give it a fair shake. I don't know why, but
did anyone smoke the special S that they used to have? Because it used to be the OG S and Master Blend before the V came out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen or heard of the S in a very, very long time.
I don't think I've ever smoked an S, to tell you the truth.
They were it was the most expensive one right underneath the Master Blend back when I was buying them.
Of course, back in the day, I smoked a ton of G's because they were, I'd get the small little guys, like the 4-inch.
Yeah.
What were they, like 44 by 4? And they were great for when you were working. You just fire that up, smoke it. And
I got to say, the quality on the Olivas, whether it's, an O series or you go up to their other stuff, it's always good.
Mm-hmm.
they don't deviate from the quality. Maybe you don't like the flavors as much anymore, but
Yeah, because
that's one thing you know. You get a
Yeah.
quality cigar when you smoke it.
Whether you buy it in a lounge for full price or $6
Get it
online,
on.
they don't have burn issues. They
Yep.
don't.
No.
Yeah, I think that's just it. Like the flavors don't excite me, but you're always getting a quality product from them.
But I'll tell you what, I go into a lounge and I see a guy smoking a full price one. I go, and it does. And that's one thing about Cigar Page that people don't like. You undercut it that much, you feel dirty going into a lounge and paying $16 for a Milano. You just do.
Oh yeah, the original O's.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
That's a cool band.
And they had a red band, and then they came out with this one,
Nice.
and that was their other cigar.
The original master blends were tattooed.
2004.
They're like, I guess they were like laser etched.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Did you smoke your Phantom Queen yet?
I did not.
I thought you were going to smoke that tonight.
Yeah, I was going to, but you had mentioned to make it my first cigar of the day, and I had one
yes, definitely.
beforehand.
All right, let's hit the last one. Oh boy, Bruce.
Yeah, so Bruce wants to know, what do you look for in a cigar lounge that makes you want to come back?
Is this our Bruce?
That's our
Yes,
Bruce.
our Bruce.
Good
Hey, Bruce.
hours.
Hmm?
Good hours.
Yeah.
If they don't have good hours, it's pointless.
Yeah, well, the availability of the lounge.
Yeah. I work rotating days and swing shifts, so for me, my schedule is always all over the place. And
Comfortability for me.
Comfortability.
Plus whoever's there. I've
The
gone to
clientele.
lounges where it's guys who sit there on their phone and don't acknowledge anybody. And it's, to me, that's a place I'll never go back. Because
And then you go to places that you're like, I wish these guys were on their phone, not acknowledging me.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I like to be greeted when I come in.
absolutely.
Hey, this is over here. This is over here. Please enjoy.
right.
Sit back, enjoy, and
And
when the people talk to you when you go in the lounge.
and if it's clean, if the lounge is dirty, that's a complete turn off for me. Complete turn off. Because you're like, okay, you're not taking care of your lounge area. You're probably not taking care of your humidors. You're probably not maintaining them properly either. Because if you don't have time to do that, I don't know.
air quality.
Yes.
If you walk in and you look in the lounge and you can't see the guys in there because the smoke's so bad, you just know that you're going to go in there and you're going to come out smelling like crap. And then
Yeah, that's a good point, because regardless of how much fun you're having in the lounge, if your eyes are burning,
you're not.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
You're not going to put a full shift in there, one and done, and you're out of there.
That's why when I was still working, I loved going up to Mojo in King of Prussia, especially the new one. The new store is amazing.
Yeah, the ventilation system there is top notch.
Yep.
You can have the whole lounge full and you don't see smoke at all.
Yep. I could go in there and then, go meet with people and not stink holy hell.
It's a combination of everything. There was a local one in Pottstown that we frequented. We loved the selection. We loved the lounge. It was beautiful. The parking sucked.
Yeah.
That was a huge. But you know what? We overlooked it because the place was cool. Then you had a guy who worked there who was not very personable. He said a few things to you here and there, and it was okay for us, but I know for a fact it turned a lot of people off.
Yep.
A lot of people off.
Yeah, because we were going in there as a group to hang out together. We didn't care about the guy out front. We were getting together and having fun. And
they didn't even
smoking
make
cigars.
it 2 years.
Yeah.
And we found out later that we were pretty much the only regulars that would go in there. And we weren't even what I would call regulars.
Right.
We
were Saturday nighters.
If that, a couple times a month, just somebody's birthday, we'd go there for a special event. But that parking, that was not good. And the guy up front who wasn't very hospitable, it turns people away.
Mm-hmm.
I do like events too. I like going to a lounge. Obviously, I don't like being asshole to elbow, but I do like when they sponsor events and they have different tobacco companies come in. That's always nice. And
Well, like,
specials.
one of my favorite places in Philly is B&B.
Yep.
But the
fine.
parking there is horrendous. You might end up parking 6 blocks away. And you get there. I mean, they have a tremendous selection. The people at work there are very nice, very knowledgeable. The lounge is small, but it's immaculate. I mean, you walk in there and the place is clean. They're very helpful. It's one of my favorite places in Philly, but the parking sucks.
Yep.
And the same with Harry's. I love Harry's. I've been going to Harry's. I started going there. Well, my dad took me there when I was a kid, and I love it there, but it's the same thing. You might drive around for 20 minutes to find a parking spot, or you're going 8 blocks away to a city lot and paying to park and then walking 8 blocks to get to the lounge.
I never want to have to worry about a meter when I'm on Cigar Lounge. I'm there to just completely relax. And if I have to keep in the back of my head, like, oh, did I put enough on the meter? And I hate that.
Well, if you go to the lot, it's not metered. You just pay your...
Right.
And
but I've been to ones that have been metered.
So you had mentioned going to lounges before sales calls. Like, have you ever run into a situation where you just stink to high hell?
Yeah.
And how does that go? Because I used to
kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you.
I used to pick my daughter up from daycare, and a lot of times I would stop at the cigar lounge and work from the cigar lounge because she was only there for like 2-3 hours. And then I'd go pick her up, and I'd always feel embarrassed standing with the other parents because I could just smell the smoke just rolling off of me.
It kind of reminds me of, like, I went to Dallas, Texas, and I went to one of the real famous barbecue joints, and I walked into there, and then I had to catch a plane.
Oh,
and I was standing in the security line waiting to go through TSA, and people are like, I could see people like doing this. And then one lady actually said to me, she goes, "Oh, the ribs smell," something like that. The ribs smell great, or the brisket. And I'm like, I mean, I actually went into the bathroom and changed because I was so embarrassed.
Brisket boy.
Yeah, brisket boy. But no, I mean, I've had that. It's not, even after you go in the lounge and then on the way home, you stop in a pizza parlor or you stop to get something at the state store or something like that, and you could just tell you stink. And you know people are looking at you like, holy shit.
It's true.
So,
it's a lot of like restaurants, you know. The cigar lounge has to have a bunch of different things going for it to make it perfect.
So I guess we probably answered this question already. So as a follow-up, is there anything that would make you stop going to a lounge? I guess it would be the opposite of all the things we just talked about.
Yeah.
That would be phase 2.
Lack of hospitality.
Canceling your membership.
Horrendous pricing. There was that place up in Reading that had the bar, and everything was like $15 more a stick. So it's like, yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, you have a bar. Yeah, I'm not going to spend an extra $20 per stick just because it's a nice place.
But there's some places you don't mind that.
Well, it has to be really
like,
good.
Like that Carnegie Club in New York. I mean, but that's a legend of a place to go to. It's a little bit different category, but, or that place down in Conshohocken.
Cigar Republic.
Yeah. I mean, they have a cut, I guess they call it a cutting fee or whatever. Or, you know, or they make you check your stuff in when you come in, but that's a classy place. I don't mind paying more to go to somewhere, but I won't do it all the time.
I was going to say, that's not one you frequent every week.
Right.
They went through some growing pains down there, didn't they?
I'm sure they did.
With their rules and regulations. And
yeah, you can't wear like sweatshirts. You got to have a collared shirt, no
well,
hoodies.
They were having problems with actual criminal activity taking place.
Well, they cleaned all that up.
Well, that was what they opened up. I think they were extremely lax, and they started having problems, and it became a big problem.
Yeah, one thing that I'm kind of sensitive to is I want a cigar lounge to be busy, like active, but I don't want it to be too busy. Like once it gets too busy, it's a real turnoff. It's one of the reasons why I don't go to the CI in Hamburg. It's one of the reasons why, sadly, I really don't go to Smokies very often. It's just because there's just too many people.
Too much going on.
Me and Mark used to go a lot. We used to go to Smokies a lot, to the point where they knew us and they asked where we've been, and I'm not going to fight for a seat.
Yeah, and I miss that. I
do.
miss going up there.
It wasn't the people, it wasn't the building, it wasn't the price. It just was too much.
Yeah.
And that's not a problem that they care about.
No.
That's a wonderful problem.
Yeah, it's a good thing for them.
If you're the owner, that's the problem you want to have.
Exactly. But for us, we're not there to have a huge party every time. You expect it an event, but like if I have to fight for a chair on a Tuesday afternoon, I'm like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to have to go to a cigar lounge and stand to have a cigar.
That's not happening.
No, I'll get my car, go home.
That's right.
Like I said, if the place is not clean, I'm not going there. I don't care if they get the greatest selection in the world, best prices, because it just skeeves me. It turns me off 100%.
Do you know what turns me off? I've talked to you about this. It sounds pretentious, and I know that's not our group. I think it's disrespectful to brands if you putting stuff on the floor. You ever walk into a humidor where they had no more room? So rather than build shelves or do something else, they put it on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a high-end $15, $10 cigar, and it's on the floor. I'm like, I just think that's disrespectful to a brand.
Although Jim has found many
Well, yeah.
I found some great cigars.
Yep.
From boxes on the floor.
I know that sounds bougie of me, but I'm just like, it turns me off. I walk in, I'm like, dude,
yeah,
you're putting
it's clutter.
stuff on the floor.
It's clutter.
Right. There's ways for you to figure out
right
how to not put stuff on the floor.
So when you say clean, like what does that mean? Because you can obviously swing too far the wrong way. You like when the ashtrays get emptied as soon as there's a speck of ash in them.
No, I'm talking
that's
like
not
when
necessary.
you go in to use the restroom.
Paper towels are
overflowing, and guys that miss the toilet and it's all over the floor. You go to wash your hands in the sink, and the sink hasn't been cleaned in 5 years, and it's just. Ugh.
But then again, there's a other side to everything. Eddie will tell you he's been in ones that were like hospital grade sterile, and he goes, "That's almost off-putting because you have like a chemical smell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got like a weird like odor because it's so clean. It's like so that way you can kind of
but there's a happy medium where the place doesn't have to be sterile, but it also doesn't have to be a pigsty.
right. If I put my phone down and it gets dust on it, like that's
if you put your phone down and it sticks to the table. I mean, you got to sweep the floor, you got to mop the floor. I mean, we know that the shop that we were all originally met through, he'd have a woman come in every week.
Every other week.
Week.
Every week to clean the front, every other week to clean the back.
And that was something that they took the light fixtures down, the globes, and would wash them when they started to see a discoloration.
Yellow.
They were yellowing. They would take the curtains down and they would wash them because that's all stuff that holds that odor. And that it's a combination. Everything that Jim said, the clean goes to all of that. It goes to how good the smoke eaters are going to be, how well they maintain the property. Because like you said, everything.
It's a domino effect.
It is. When you're not taking care of that stuff, everything else starts to trickle down, which means their cigars are not being taken care of. They're not tracking that stuff. And it's a lack of pride.
yes.
That's what it really comes down to.
Take some pride
If
in
they're
your
not taking
business.
any pride in the business, that tells you something about the business and the way the actual business is being run.
The one that used to crack me up, and I don't mind saying it, I've heard it's different now. They remodeled, but the one in Bethlehem, the CI in Bethlehem, the little store, I used to laugh my ass off because you would have to use the restroom. And the restroom was kind of blocked. You would get your way in there, but then you walked in and the garbage was up here and there was like 10 propane tanks sitting there next to the ashtrays. And
it's definitely different now. Me and Mark went in last year, and
I heard
tip
they
top.
redid
It's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Big
But then
wet.
again, that was part of what made that store kind of
It gave it some
unusual.
Yeah.
Small, but yeah, the propane tanks put me over the top a little. That was the fireman in me kind of.
I don't think you two are talking about the same store. You're talking about the
down-
headquarters.
little store.
Yeah, you're talking about the barn.
Yeah.
But I heard they redid.
okay.
I heard they redid the one.
They redid the barn,
Downtown.
and they did the downtown store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've been into Santiago's in Bethlehem twice. I don't think I've ever seen an ash on the table there.
No.
And I'm the messiest smoker ever.
She keeps
It
it
is.
clean.
It's nothing special. It's small. The chairs are incredible, the leather couches, but like her humidor is small. She keeps people back because of the atmosphere, and
Right. And the hours. She
she's
has
super.
great hours.
she'll sit there with you till 2 a.m. as long as you're buying.
She's super friendly.
And I get owners want to have a life. Let's not.
Oh, yeah.
So it works for her, but I get that some
But
guys-
also, you're running a business. You've got to cater to your clientele. If you don't cater to your clientele,
Oh, go some-
you're not going to have any clientele. Not everybody works 9 to 5. So if you have a business, you want to run your business 9 to 5, that's good, but you're going to lose out on business.
Good conversation, guys.
But
We're getting good at this.
I was going to say on the flip side, I'm not an owner of a cigar shop, but I've seen owners, it can wear on them too.
Uh-huh.
Because not everybody is respectful of the stores. Not everybody is a good person. And I could see how after a while it can really get on your psyche having to deal with the bullshit. So there's two sides to it.
But it's also cigar lounge etiquette. When you're done, you clean up your mess.
Hey,
you don't throw your cigar in the ashtray and walk out.
I might be messy, but I do clean. Now you got me off.
What?
We got you flustered.
No, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, it's just like when you drop an ash on the floor. I was down. There's one that's heading down the Blue Route on 476. There's a nice wooden Indian.
Wooden Indian, yeah.
They'll come over while you're sitting there with the guy will come over with the vacuum, you know. But I have no problem myself on walking over if the vacuum's on the wall, grabbing it off, and I vacuum up my mess. Because guess what? If I was allowed to do it at home, that's what I would do.
But also, like I said, it comes down to lounge etiquette. That's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know?
Good now.
But it's, there's certain things that just, you either like the place or you don't.
Maybe it's motion activated.
And as much as we can try and push cigar etiquette, there's assholes in every group. You know?
Yeah.
That's what, when we had Kyle on, he talked about he strictly sold online, mostly to people he knew. And he was like, he went into a brick and mortar thinking that's how it's going to be. And he goes, that's not how it is at all.
No.
It's like people take advantage of you. People,
if you let them.
Right. And that's why he had to nip it in the bud quickly.
Right.
I get it. If you're down the shore or you're down the Keys or something and people come in flip-flops, you're going to see bare feet. But there's nothing worse when you go in the lounge and some mother's got his socks off and he's freaking got his feet up on the table. I mean, that's just, to me.
I'm with you.
And his lunch on his stomach.
Hot pockets on the table.
Shirt unbuttoned and hair, chest hair sticking out.
What was that guy? Cluster Chuck used to let his balls hang out of his shorts. We're like, dude, pull your
Cluster Chuck.
Pull your pants down, bro.
Yeah.
Not trying to see your Wallace and Doodleberry hanging out the bottom.
Franks and beans.
Maybe he wanted a shot.
Maybe he was throwing.
Yeah.
Bumblebee tuna, your balls are showing.
That guy was wild. You'd all hate. I used to try and get him to talk just because I want to hear the crazy stuff that come out of his mouth. Everyone would be like, Drumhouse, stop talking to him. And I'd be like, so Chuck, what do you think happens to us when we die? And everyone would be like, no, stop. Chuck, what do you think about global warming?
You know, we're all guilty of it too, because we've been in lounges and we get a little bit off the collar. I mean, we're not doing really bad stuff, but the conversations tend to get a little bit dicey.
And we tend to walk in somewhere and you don't realize this isn't our home.
Correct.
If people, it's so funny because we're being hypocrites because we really are. If someone come into our lounge and we're all sitting there, we'll be like, hey, shut up. You know, this is our house. We don't listen to that. We go in and we're like, ah! We just act like it's our place. And you can see the locals like, I'm like, you got to shut it down. That's what we shut it down. Yeah. You guys got to tell us to shut up.
Yeah.
Self-policing, you know? But yeah, we walk into the ones down in Ocean City, Maryland, and we're just like,
I'd say Mark's probably the biggest offender. Look at him over there. He's so wild.
He's so out of control all the time. Right?
Notice I didn't comment on any of those last two questions.
That's all right. It's written all over your face.
I don't know what
Still
you're
too
about.
soon.
What do you mean?
And what's next?
That's it. That's all we got.
Hey, I'm going to say that was pretty awesome from everybody on Facebook. We're going to do that again.
It was a lot of fun. I definitely want to do that again.
Yes.
So when you see this episode, assuming the camera works,
Happy New Year.
Merry New Year.
Merry
New Year. Merry New Year.
You missed it. That's what he put up as the
Merry New Year.
You're going to be sipping your champagne, waiting for the ball to drop this year. You turn us on and watch us before midnight.
Where's he going? Shabala.
Very good.
That's when he was funny too.
That's from what? Trading Places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be out before next week. We have Dave West from Avowed coming on. Obviously, that episode will be aired before this, but just to shout that out, I'm sure the episode was great for everyone listening right now. How awesome was Dave, huh? Even though it didn't happen yet. Still, I like to talk about the exciting stuff that's happening. So the 25th he'll be in, and we're going to move that up. So you have already seen it. But
and if you haven't, go watch it.
That's right. Check it out. And then we're going to do a Christmas episode with the boys from Louisiana, Cigar Aficionados. So our plan is they're going to have some Christmas ideas for everyone to go out. You can show your wife, this is what I want for Christmas. And we're going to have some holiday treats, some surprises. So it's going to be a good time.
Some scrimps.
Christmas
Coatesville
scrimps.
scrimps.
Christmas scrimps.
Coatesville scrimps.
I got our pack of Santa Claus hats from Amazon today, so they're over there on the wall. I got our hats ready. If you have an ugly sweater, we're going to be wearing those for the episode.
Dude, do I look like somebody that owns a fucking ugly sweater?
Just wear the one you think looks
you got
good.
on now.
Yeah.
Hey, this is fucking great.
I've seen
Super Bowl champ.
I've seen the way you dress. Just go in and grab a sweater.
Yo.
I got to tell you, Walt, you need to go into mass production on those. It's pretty amazing how well them smoke eaters are working.
It's night and day from last week.
That is crazy.
They're not even on high.
Shark Tank. Let's
impressed.
go.
You doubled the size of the first one, didn't you?
Triple. So the first one, well, it had 4 filters, but one of them was against the wall.
Mhm.
That's what, 2, 4. That's 5 filters a piece. So there's 10 filters. It's like 27 square feet a filter.
Need to spray paint them black, though.
That's why I used the black duct tape.
I saw that.
Spray
And the
paint
black
all the
band.
membranes closed.
Insane in the membrane.
I mean, really, the windows are closed, right?
Yeah, windows are closed.
Crazy.
And it's keeping the heat in.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Wow. Way to go.
It's comfy.
Glad we have one guy who thinks out of the box, literally, who's intelligent.
So other than that,
Sorry, man.
Anybody got anything else?
Don't think so.
No.
I'm at a loss.
No.
We
Nothing.
talked about a lot of good stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for those episodes. Like, subscribe, send it to people. Please start commenting questions on the thing and we can answer them. We can message you or talk about it here live. We're talking about maybe doing a live Discord event. So what that'll be is we'll open up the Discord virtual lounge. So download Discord and we're just going to have an episode where the lounge is open. We have a system where we can see if someone logs into the virtual lounge and we'll just bring you on. You can talk, ask us questions, just meet the guys,
Tell us to fuck off. You hate us. We don't care.
You listen to us every week,
Right.
never really talk to us in person, so feel
Just
free to
subscribe
try.
and listen.
That's right.
I do notice one little fact. Somebody's wearing a hoodie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Two.
We got
Hoodies.
we're in the apparel game now.
Like I said, mine I got the notice today. It'll be delivered tomorrow.
Yep. So we'll send out the link for Sticker Mule, but again, prices of hoodies are up, so we're not making any money on the hoodies. So we're keeping them at cost. So
Well, we make $1.95.
let's go.
I'm just going to
Minimal.
stick this on my shirt if I can't afford a hoodie.
What size did you get? Double fat?
Yeah. Wumbo.
I was telling Jim last night, his should say ash in the tray, ash on the table, ash on the floor.
I'll make a one-off.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. This has been another episode of the Smoke and Steel podcast brought to you by StogieReview.com. Until we see you next time, you have a good one.
Keep them lit.
Peace out.
Bye.
Taking care of business.
Business.
Go eat.
Yes, sir.
Go Birds.